For me, Pink is about the evolution of women taking charge of their own health. Pink is about women encouraging each other to get their annual mammogram. And Pink is about women standing together in the fight against breast cancer.
Wendy, my sister, is a breast cancer survivor. She was going through chemo before Christmas, and it was pretty tough. One morning, the doorbell rang, and there were 4 ladies from her church. They said, "Wendy, we are here to wrap the presents for your 3 children." Wendy was overwhelmed with their kindness.
I am a 20-year breast cancer survivor, and while my wish is for nobody to have to go through the treatment or the surgery, my advice for any person who has this diagnosis is to just listen to your doctors, to follow their treatment, and to go through whatever they're telling you to do, because they do have new research, new treatment available, and you could be a 20-year survivor also.
"24 years ago, I was doing a normal mammogram, and they found a tumor on my breast. And at that time, the choices were a little different than they are today. So I had the lumpectomy, chemotherapy, and radiation therapy at that time. In October, I went for my routine mammogram, and on that mammogram they saw something that was suspicious, and it was verified that I did have cancer of the breast again. I visited Dr. Hazakati, but my choice and her choice was that I do a bilateral mastectomy.
We have a multidisciplinary team approach. We also offer our patients the latest information on the newest treatment options. And we also provide our patients access to clinical trials.
My experience at Levine Cancer Institute has been spectacular.
I felt a lump, and then a few months later, I felt it again, and my husband said, "Go to the doctor." And they did a mammogram, ultrasound, and then a biopsy all on the same day. When I got the news, it was a little bit shocking. I didn't expect it. I mean, my mom went through it, but I'm 34, pregnant with a 22-month-old. So it was a little shocking.
The most amazing thing about the Levine Cancer Institute breast program is the extent of care. We have a squad of navigators that are just the best at what they do, helping you get through your cancer, all from beginning to end. The great thing is now 85 to 90% of people will be cured of their breast cancer if identified early and treated properly.
When I got the news about Anna, it's been a real roller coaster. Certainly wasn't expecting that from my 34-year-old, but we're going to go through it with a lot of grace, I hope.
I want to see in my future my boys grow up. I just want to see them grow up.
And with their mom.
Despite having a mother with breast cancer, I never ever worried about having breast cancer and never thought much about it. And because I do mostly contract work, I had not had real insurance for about 5 years. And so I went online and I tried to figure out how I could get a mammogram that was affordable. And I came across Project Pink. I sent them an email, and within the hour they called me. Explained it was for women who either didn't have insurance or who were underinsured, and that they were having a van that weekend in front of the baseball stadium, and could I come that Saturday? I said, I'll be there. Unfortunately, they called me back a week later and said, you need to go to Levine and have a more intensive set of mammograms because we think we found something. The radiologist came in looking very grave, and I knew when I saw his face. So how was I gonna pay for this? You know, and I even entertained the idea of not even getting treatment because it would bankrupt us. And they said, well, because you obtained your mammogram through Project Pink, you qualify for the breast and cervical health program in Mecklenburg County, which meant that the majority of my bills were covered.
Project Pink first got its start in 2011. We got together with our partners at Charlotte Radiology and recognized there was a huge need in our community. While the cost of a mammogram isn't very expensive, many women simply can't afford the insurance to cover that mammogram screening. So we talked about our partnership and ways that we could help, and thus Project Pink was born. Project Pink serves nearly 800 patients a year across our region by providing free initial mammogram, follow-up diagnostics, and even biopsy if needed. It's specifically for those women who find themselves in a position just unable to afford insurance and really unable to even afford the $150 for a mammogram.
I had my surgery July 14th. Thankfully, it turned out to be stage 1 with no cancer spread to my lymph nodes. I did have radiation treatment, and that wrapped up in November of 2016. I feel very blessed and very fortunate.
The funding and the philanthropic support for our Carolinas Breast Cancer Fund is the only way that we're able to continue with Project Pink. It ensures that women in our community do not have to go without life-saving early detection, screening, and follow-up. Every dollar counts. Every bit of support that they reach out to help these women allow us to get them in the door earlier for care. The earlier we get them, the better the outcome.
We couldn't be what we are without the help of our philanthropic supporters.
For me, every day when I see patients, I am really inspired by their courage and their strength. And my goal is to help them through their experiences.
When life hands you lemons, make pink lemonade.
If you think something's wrong, don't delay. Early detection can save your life. It saved mine. Knowledge is power. Speak Pink.